Hey guys, so I had such a good response from you guys over my housewife video that I decided to kind of turn it into a series where I can share some tips, and then you guys can share your tips in the info box, or in the comment section below, so that we can all learn from each other on sort of our tips for staying sane and healthy. So the number one tip is going to be for today. It's going to be proper grooming and just maintaining yourself. I have a lot of moms, like stay-at-home mom friends, or even I see, housewives or stay-at-home moms at my son's school, whatever you want to call it, and they literally look like they're running around in pajamas all day long, or wearing clothes that appear to be either workout clothes or just really, really shabby and unkept clothing, and their hair is always in a ponytail, they've got roots showing, no makeup. And honestly, I feel that to me, they're conveying that they are not happy with themselves, or they're just too busy or too lazy, or they're just not taking pride of ownership in what they're doing. And I know that sounds harsh, especially coming from another stay-at-home mom, but appearance is important. It's the first impression, and you would never go to a work interview or a job or a business meeting looking like that. So why should you be running around every single day? And I know a lot of moms will say, well, I'm busy and I don't have time, or it takes a lot of money. And I'm here to say, no, it doesn't. I think it just takes a little bit of effort. My tips on achieving this without breaking the bank or using a lot of time is to, first of all, figure out how you can scrape 10-15 minutes out of every day. And I know that a lot of people say that they don't have a lot of time, but then they spend so much time just talking on the phone or surfing the net or watching TV or just being inefficient. So it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. So plan your day accordingly, whether you need to go to bed early and then wake up 15 minutes, or spend 15 minutes at night when your kids are asleep putting together an outfit, or just spending some time grooming. So the way I do it, and this is what best I can share, is my experience, right? So what I do is I have an agenda, which you guys have seen. I've featured it in a couple of videos. I schedule things in there. So I get my hair done, professionally done, every 3 months. But in between that, I have to cover my grays. I've been very honest that I have premature graying since I was 16, so I use a semi-permanent color to do my roots every 2 weeks, so I schedule that in. And the date that I have it scheduled in, unless something, really big happens or something where I can't get to it, I stick to that plan and I color my hair that day. And same goes for my nails. I don't go and get my nails done outside because obviously I don't have that much time, and I really don't want to use a big chunk of my fun money when I can do it myself. So I paint my nails every single week and I schedule that in. Same eyebrows. I get my eyebrows done every 2 to 3 weeks from a salon that's right next to my son's taekwondo place. So when I drop him off for his activity, I run in and get my eyebrows threaded. So, plan accordingly, and I write all these things in my agenda. I schedule it in and then I stick to it. Just like I have errands to run for my kids and just for running my home, these things are just as important to me. I schedule them in. And as for a budget, I think being on YouTube, we get the impression that you need a ton of makeup and you need a very fancy wardrobe or designer handbags to look put together. Not the case. As far as buying cosmetics, you don't need a lot of makeup, so I would say just get the basics. I have an old video somewhere of just like starting a makeup kit. So all you need is like a tinted moisturizer, foundation, a lipstick, some mascara. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff, maybe 5 or 6 items. And you can, if you're on a tight budget, every time you go to the grocery store, clip some coupons. You can find them online now everywhere, or in the Sunday paper. If you don't get the Sunday paper, ask a neighbor if they're done with their coupons, that you can just see the inserts that are left over. Find some coupons in there, and every grocery trip buy 1 item. So this week's grocery trip, you can get maybe a foundation, and you can find them anywhere from $10 to $15, even cheaper if you have a coupon. Next week, get 1 lipstick. The following week, get a mascara, and in 1 month or 2 months, you're going to have a basic makeup kit, and it's not going to look like you went out there and spent $50 on building this kit, if you space it out that way. So you'll have some basic things that you can use and just putting your look together every day. For clothing, I don't know what to say, why people would think that it's acceptable walking around in torn or just shabby looking workout clothes or PJs. You need to, just because you're a stay-at-home mom does not mean that you don't get a budget every month to spend, a month or a couple of months to spend on your clothing. Buy good quality things. So definitely don't shop at places like Forever 21 thinking that they're cheap, because those clothes, I know from personal experience, will fall apart and you'll need to keep repurchasing them. You don't have to go completely designer either. I mean, stick with good quality shops. Some of my favorites right now are The Gap, Ann Taylor, The Loft, White House Black Market, or even Target. Places like that you can find basics. You don't need to be wearing the trendiest clothing out there. Just get some nice things that will help you look put together. It takes the same amount of effort of throwing on some old shabby clothes than it does on throwing some skinny jeans, a put together top, and some flats. And you can be just as comfortable, but you can look put together and like you take ownership in your look. And that is very important. If you put effort into your look and what you're doing, I feel that people outside will take you seriously and know that you're a serious person in life. You're not just somebody that sits around and has no life. You don't see important people, or you don't have places that you need to go, so you just sit around in shabby clothes. Once you start making an effort into your look and your appearance and taking yourself seriously, I think everybody around you will take you and your job seriously as well. So the important thing that I want you to take from this video is that if you take yourself seriously and what you're doing and having a schedule and spending that extra 15 minutes in the morning getting yourself dressed and looking put together, everybody around you will look at you and know that you are a serious person that has serious responsibilities and that you get up every morning and you have things to do. I mean, don't complain that people are thinking that you don't have a life, or you just watch TV, or you don't do anything all day when you're running around in PJs. That's what you're pretty much conveying. Nobody's going to want to take you seriously thinking, you know, if I'm sitting here in PJs and I'm telling you, oh, I have all these activities that I could go to my kids with, and I have these meetings with my kids' teachers, and I have these doctor's appointments, and I'm so busy, busy, busy. Does that really look like I'm that busy with PJs on? So that's where I think a lot of the stereotypes might be coming from too. So you have to take your life and what you do seriously. And when you make that effort into your life, you're showing people that you have a real job of taking care of your kids and your home and your husband, and you need to look put together and just well-groomed for that. So that is very important in my opinion, and it's going to make you feel better. It's not going to help you in, you know, another thing too, and I notice this so much in a lot of groups where, you know, moms are hanging out, there's gotten this thing where everybody wants to one-up each other on how busy they are and how they don't get any sleep and how they never have time for themselves. So be the one that breaks that cycle. When I hear people complaining that, oh, you know, they don't even have time to comb their hair, or they don't have time to work out, they're so busy, 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 challenge them and say, why? Why are you so busy? I mean, I understand you have responsibilities, but everybody can spare 15 minutes. If they say they can't, tell them you should. You should, because it is important. It's important to you. It's going to be important to your husband, to your kids. I mean, who wants to, you know, I had a mom that would say when she, you know, when we were older, she would say, oh, you know, I never spend any time on myself. My whole life revolved around yourself. I never went to the doctor. I never spent more than $10 on shoes for myself. And do you think that made me feel good? Absolutely not. I hated hearing that, and I would get mad at her. I would say, why did you do that? I want you to spend money and time and care on yourself. You're my mother. You're important to me. I want that for you. So don't get caught up into one-upping somebody else, or don't think that you're doing your family or your kids any favor by being all about them and spending all your money on them and your time and attention. I mean, obviously you should give them your time and attention, but you should show them that you are an important person too, and that they should respect you and you respect yourself, because you want to be in their lives, you want to feel good, you want to look good in the circles that you go, where your kids might have friends or classmates or activity partners or whatever they're doing. You want to have that pride of ownership. So I can't stress this enough, but make an effort in yourself. Take time away from yourself. It's not being selfish. It's not being a bad mom. It's being a human being. You need to take that time and that effort into your appearance. So I hope you can take something positive from this video, and let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.